Hello and welcome to today's morning announcements. Today is December the 16th of 2020. We have a lot of announcements to get through today, and for that reason, I've created a link for you to click in order to view the morning announcements. So you will start, as you always do, on your Clever page, but in order to see the full morning announcements, you'll need to click this link. As soon as you click on this link, you will immediately be sent to this document here, our morning announcements. I will be sending out, in many cases, a link like this each day for you to read through instead of trying to put our announcements on the Clever announcement. Unfortunately, there is a very short limit for how many words I can put on our Clever morning announcement. For that reason, I will be needing to send out a link like this. It is very important that you continue to click the link to go and take a look at the morning announcements. I'm going to go ahead and read through these. I will also be reading through these at the start of our Zoom meetings to make sure that no one is missing them. Our morning announcements for today. Again, the announcements will be found here on this document link each day, so please check the link that you see on your Clever page. Click it. I may get rid of all announcements on the front page and simply have a link for you to click on so that you can see everything on this document page. Today is Holiday Sweater Day. So as you can see, I'm wearing my holiday sweater. You can wear any kind of sweater to your Zoom call throughout the day to celebrate with us. If you'd like a little bit more detail on each day's celebration throughout the week, you can click here. This is a video that Mr. Palmatier has made for you for Techie Sweater Day today. Tomorrow is Holiday Color Day, so you can wear red or green together or any other special color combo that you'd like to wear. Today is the final day to take your RAS Kids reading out loud assessments. So you need to make sure that you go to RAS Kids. So if you're on Clever page, you're going to click down to reading and click on RAS Kids, or you will immediately be sent to the list of names. Click on your name. The first thing you're going to do when you do that is you're simply going to click on the orange button. So you will click on the orange button right here. Right at the bottom of your screen. So there should be a orange button here at the bottom of your screen for you to click once you've logged in. Next morning announcement. Like I said, today's the final day, which means that if you'd like to move up levels in reading, then you need to make sure that you're doing that. We have to get that information into your report cards, and so we need to make sure that you get those done as soon as possible. Please go to your RAS Kids and click the orange button. Like I said, make sure that you're reading out loud, and at the end, you have to summarize the text. You have to give a retell at the end, and it will explain that when you get there on the RAS Kids assessments. Again, this Friday is our last day of school and last day of the semester before holiday break. We will have no assignments on this Friday for Odysseyware. It is a half day. It is a half day, meaning that we are only technically having school for the first half of the day until lunchtime. So, because of that, West students on Friday, Mrs. McKeeby will be holding one single special holiday meeting at 10 a.m. for all of the West students on her Zoom. So, whatever group you are, if you're a West student, you'll be going on her Zoom at 10 a.m. on Friday. If you are an East student with me, I will be holding my morning meetings at their normal times, 9:45, 10:15, and 10:45. However, I will be combining the afternoon groups with the morning groups so that we can all have a meeting within the half day time. So 9:45, green and yellow will be together. 10:15, purple and orange will be together. 10:45, blue and red will be together. And remember, if you're a morning group, green, purple, or blue, your time will not be changing. It will be staying the same. It will simply have afternoon groups added on. Groups will be restructured as far as who is in what color group when we get back from break. So make sure to check out that information as I continue to get those solidified, there is a good chance you will be moving to a new color, and in which case the times for each color will not change, but your position in those groups may change based on reading levels and some other things. Okay, and now one of our most important things that I'd like to discuss today is our Zoom expectations, something that we have talked about quite a bit, but I do want to continue to reiterate. It is very important, and I will be reiterating this again today in our meetings. Please make sure that there is no talking when the teacher or another student is talking. Very important. Something that we have had issues with. If I am talking and trying to describe something, give an announcement, call on another student, give a little description of what's going on, and ask a question, then you should be either muted or just not talking at that time. The first time around, I will mute. The second time around, I will have to mute and disallow unmuting yourself, in which case the only way you can talk is if I unmute you. Your name when you come in should be your name. I do not want to see uh, gibberish. I don't want to see other names. We should have your name only as you log in when you type into the Zoom chat. The chat function can be disabled, but it is there for the use of important questions. If there is a technical issue and you're unable to hear me or I'm unable to hear you, you can use the chat. If you have a question that cannot be answered, that needs to be put in the chat, you could do that. I use it to send out links. I use it to send out other things. It should not be used for idle chat. It should not be used for typing lots of gibberish words. It should be used only for very important questions. Please, when you are on your Zoom, you should need to be out of your bed and you need to be dressed in your daily clothes for the day. It's very important. And the background noise behind you and things going on in the room that you're doing your Zoom, if at all possible, it's very important that you find a room where you will be in a relative quiet space. So if there is loud noise behind you, it makes it very difficult for us to hear you. And if at any point you're unmuted, it makes it so we cannot hear anyone if there is a lot of background noise and distractions going on. With that being said, the camera should be on if at all possible. There are a few reasons why you may need to turn off your camera, which is understandable. But more and more, I'm seeing students that are just keeping their camera off just because they don't want to have it on. I need to have that on. The few reasons that I need to have that on include I need to make sure that you're paying attention. I need to see if you're trying to tell me something and I can't hear you. I need to see if you're raising your hand. All of those things are very important reasons why you need to keep that camera on if at all possible. And when I ask a question, if you do not respond, I'm assuming that you are not paying attention and you are not fully participating in that Zoom meeting. Okay. Another very important part of this, you need to make sure that students, meaning you, answer all questions on their own, meaning you do not need to ask a parent or a sibling a question that I ask you. If I'm asking you a question, it is because I want you to tell me what the answer to that question is. No one else should be telling you that answer to that question who is in the room. If you were in regular school, in person, you would not have the ability to ask a parent or a sibling the answer to a question when you were called on by a teacher. And really, that's what all of this comes down to. You need to make sure that you're following the kinds of expectations that you would be expected to follow if we were in person. I have placed our Odysseyware assignments and the question of the day here at the bottom of our morning announcements. There is one more announcement that I do need to get to before we wrap it up. The final announcement for today is the scooter drawing. So type, every day when you are on Zoom, you are entered into the raffle contest to win a scooter. So make sure that you're showing up to your Zooms. Every time you do that, you get one ticket that will go into the bucket for the raffle. So make sure that you're logging on to your Zoom each and every day. Again, our Odyssey assignments for today: in language, we have our quiz on grammar and details. In math, we're just starting out a new unit, but our focus today is addition. In science, we are also starting out a new unit. We just finished our test yesterday. The assignment today is called Signs Are Made. Social studies, remember that geography week 9 should be done by Friday. And our question of the day, this is going to go into our speaking of Friday, our holiday dress up on Friday. Who is your favorite holiday character? All right, students. Well, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Remember to be on your Zooms. Remember, Zoom, our announcements should show up here on this link. So it's very important for you to click that link to see those announcements. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you on Zoom.